Last year I made a video about some of my favorite fingerboard edits on YouTube that I like to watch while I'm fingerboarding or just in general. Whether it's just there in the background or you're properly paying attention, I find that watching video parts to be one of the best ways to pass the time, so I thought I'd make a part 2. At the time that I'm filming this, it's actually pretty cold here in Hong Kong. We don't have central heating since we don't need it most of the year, so even when it's like 15 degrees Celsius, it can still feel really cold, especially if you're high up. So my hands are pretty frozen a lot of the time, and I can't really fingerboard. I've mainly been spending a lot of my time watching other people fingerboard. The videos I'm talking about today all kind of have a similar vibe. They're not like epic video parts. The best way I would know how to describe them is probably by saying they're quite homey and cozy. And speaking of cozy, let's get into the first video, which is by Zach McLean.
What's up, brother, man? What's up, yo? Let me get that high five. That's what I like.
Zach makes a Rendezvous video every time he goes. Rendezvous 20 happened to be the first one that I ever watched from him. He's made a lot more since, but this is the one that has stuck with me for some reason. It's a 9-minute long video with a mixture of fingerboarding, skateboarding, friends hanging out, and Zach giving his team or his friends their new whoops. There's no music, it's just basically a montage of clips from when Zach gets into the car with his buddies and up until Rendezvous, and then also we get to see some of the afterview as well. You get to see what happens the night before Rendezvous, and it just looks like a lot of fun, right? It's just a bunch of friends hanging out, chilling, drinking, fingerboarding. And you get to see a lot of cool people in the video as well. Some people who aren't always active on socials. I mean, Mike Schneider, obviously, Dylan McFarlane, Andrew, Jesse Braun, and even Kelsey makes an appearance in this one as well. It's kind of as though you're watching a home video of a family trip. And I like that there's this little reminder at the end that a lot of the best moments happened off camera. It's kind of like a you had to be there type of message, and it makes you really want to be at Rendezvous. I really love event videos like this. Actually, another really good one to check out is Rendezvous 28 by Dawn, who runs Arc Ramps. There's so many good event videos out there, but this is the one that really stuck out to me and has stuck out to me all these years. The next two videos are on very similar wavelengths. The first one is Office Visit by John Cowart. I love getting the sneak peek into an artist's workspace, especially someone like John, but in general as well, not just in fingerboarding. Calply is one of those companies that is just really fun and has a lot of original art, which is kind of hard to find these days. I, like many of you, I'm sure, have been a fan of Calply since 2014, basically when I started fingerboarding. That's when I heard of them. And it's been amazing to see the growth, especially over the last few years. Jesse Braun actually has a video up on his channel called The Calply Dungeon, and that's, I think, where John used to make his decks. And when you watch these two videos back to back, it's just really cool to see what the workspace has become. There is a sense of chronology where we get to see John's kind of day-to-day life as a designer, a fingerboard brand owner, and we get to see a little bit of him fingerboarding as well. So the second video that I think has a very similar vibe to John's video is Making Fingerboards Because I Love It by Mallory Curtis. Mallory has actually since made another one of these videos, and I really love them both. Again, like John's video, we get to see a bit of fingerboarding, a bit of deck making, and also some general day-to-day stuff as well. Neither of these are vlogs, so they're not talking, they're not explaining anything they're doing. You just kind of are an observer of their day, if that makes sense. And yeah, I just really love both of these videos for that reason. I think they're both very peaceful videos. Like, if they were to film something like this in a vlog, which Mallory has, I think the overall feeling is very different. So yeah. Next video is Sleepy by Savannah Simpson, and even Savannah knows how much I love this video because I've told her multiple times. I think this is one of my favorites to watch before a nighttime sesh. Like most of her videos, everything is 4x3 and filmed in one angle. I love that she chose to shoot this on an HD camera in VGA mode, which I only know because I asked her. I'm not that crazy. But yeah, it allowed her to have this soft focus, which created a very dreamy look. She could have chosen to shoot this on her VX, but it just wouldn't have had the same feeling to it. I don't know if it was purposeful or whether she just happened to pick up that HD camera at the time of filming, but either way, if she shot this on the VX, it would have had a very different tone. There are a few shots in there where she does like a frame within a frame with the ramps that she has. I think that's very fun. And in general, there's just more of that effortless fingerboarding, which I love. The video reminds me of the type of sesh you have when you're, well, sleepy, but not tired enough to actually go to bed. This will forever be one of my favorite videos to watch. I don't really know how to explain what it is, you just have to watch it. The last video I'm going to be talking about is Lester Freeman Toe Taps the Blues by Andrew Hill. This is rainy day vibes. Again, it's one of those videos that I always go back to, the same as Savannah's. I think part of the reason why I love this video so much is because it reminds me of when I went to school in Boston. A rainy day in early spring when it's still cold out and you can't be bothered to go outside, so you just make a cup of tea, sit down, and fingerboard. He uses the storm and rain as a background track, and it just makes it feel very homey. It's like we've all been there. We've all experienced a rainy day like this. And yeah, I guess circling back to all of the videos together, it has a very cozy feeling. In general, I find that a lot of Andrew's videos have this very similar tone. Homey, cozy, calming, and peaceful. And that concludes today's installment of my favorite fingerboard videos. I'm actually already writing up a part 3 to this. I probably won't film it till next month, just to space these videos out a bit. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. Go watch all the videos that I've mentioned today and more in my Fingerboard Cinema playlist. That will be in the description, and I'll also link each one of these individual videos in the description as well. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.